When Jesus lived on this earth 2,000 years ago, he met and interacted with huge crowds of people and also with individuals. One of the stories I love most is a story that reminds us that no one is too difficult for Jesus to reach, and no one is beyond Jesus' ability to save and transform. From time to time, we all need that reminder. Maybe today you're sitting watching this little video and you feel that you are actually beyond help. You feel that there is no hope for you. Your life has been broken. Your heart has been broken. You may be trapped in addictions or just trapped in sorrow. Today, I want you to listen really carefully because there is hope for you. And for those of you listening today who've been praying for someone, maybe for years, and you're beginning to wonder, is there really any hope for your loved one? Then I want you to listen carefully too. There is hope. No one is too difficult for Jesus to reach and save. This story today shows that Jesus has total authority over every sin and demonic power. There was a man who was as broken as any man could possibly be. Mark records his story in chapter 5 of his gospel. This man was possessed by a huge number of demons, and he was tormented and demented by them. They had driven him from his family to live among the tombs. Day and night, he would just prowl among the tombs and the hills, crying out and cutting himself with stones. Now, I know that really is way out there in terms of what was happening in his life. But look at your life. Are you tormented and demented by something? It might be drink or drugs or just relentless thoughts of hopelessness and helplessness. Well, there is hope for you today. Jesus got into a boat with his disciples and he came to the place where this man was. Jesus never once condemned him for getting into this state. He never once judged him or condemned him. He simply told the demons to leave, and he set this man completely free. Jesus has the power and authority to do that. This man was restored in every way. And the next thing that we hear of him, he's united with his family and he's telling everyone what Jesus has done for him. Well, that's a story out of the Bible. But can something like this still happen today? In the summer of 1976, the women of New York were terrorised by a spate of killings. 6 women were killed and others were injured. Eventually, the culprit was caught. He called himself Son of Sam. He had sold his soul to the devil. He was tormented and demented by many demons. His real name was David Berkowitz. He's still in prison today, serving whole life term for these murders. In his early years in prison, another prisoner came up to him and told him that Jesus loved him. Well, at first, David Berkowitz, he couldn't believe it. How could Jesus love someone who had sold his soul to the devil, who was full of so much evil, who had committed such dreadful crimes? But eventually, in his brokenness and desperation, he got down on his knees in his cell and he called out to Jesus for help and forgiveness. What happened? Jesus forgave him, and Jesus has totally transformed his life. Yes, as I said, He's still in prison. He will never be released from prison, but he's a free man. Jesus has set him free. You can watch his amazing story on YouTube under Profiles in Faith, David Berkowitz. I've known people who were trapped in heroin addiction for many, many years. Some have looked at them or would have looked at them and seen them as totally hopeless cases. But when they called out to Jesus, he saved them and set them free. There is always hope. So today, whatever state you are in, whatever is tormenting you or dementing you, you are not a hopeless case. Jesus Christ loves you. He died on that cross for you, and he offers you forgiveness for sins and a brand new life. Why don't you just get down on your knees right now, wherever you are, and ask him to save you? He will. And my Christian friend, don't give up praying for your loved one, no matter how hard they seem, how far away they seem to be, or how hard a case they seem to be. Nothing or no one is too difficult for God. Jesus Christ still has the power and the authority to transform any life. Keep praying and keep believing. Today, you are not a hopeless case. Jesus is right beside you. He died for you on the cross. Call out to him now, and he will save you.